Yo, JD here, and this is a live com here today, and as you can see by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about and testing the assist versus no assist, which is a question that I always ask myself at the beginning of every single game, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know that as well, because it can be quite frustrating when you play online and someone just outbreaks you because of, well, ABS. I think running full ABS has never really been a benefit to me. Even on the last game, I think it was only really a benefit in the wet. But in the dry, it's really not a benefit at all. No ABS is always king, and I have confirmed when I've tested that myself on this now, that has been the case quite comfortably already. So today, we are only going to be testing the medium traction versus the no traction, because as I was just talking about, when you're running in lobbies, someone just out tractions you from a corner, you have no idea why, and the reason is because most of the time they're running medium traction. So we are going to start off in a 5-lap race around China. Chose China because I thought it was a really good place to test this with a high speed and low speed traction zones, a stop start kind of track. It's always been a really good indicator for me in previous games of whether or not if assists or not is actually quicker. We're going to run the medium traction control because I've done a little bit of testing before this already. Full traction just bogs you down way too much, very similar to 2017. So we're going to be running a medium traction. But first off, let's do no assist around here. And basically, ERS runs out after 1 lap. So we're basically on our 2nd lap. We're going to do a really quick lap. We'll try to with default setup. So I'll just show you here now. The complete default setup. And we are just going to do how fast we can go. Talking about the driving, how it actually feels. What your experiences are, and basically trying to let you know if it is actually quick or not. So we're going to start this race now in the Mercedes. Not going to change anything, brakes or anything, just leave it all on default. And AI is on 90, not on 110, because I really just want a bit of clean air. Hopefully actually try and test this properly. Let's try and get better into here. Yeah, and the AI really do not like to leave you room on this. We're going to run no ERS at all. Try and keep the conditions as equal as possible. Go run rich just from across the line. Just coming out the bottom corner before we start our lap. I did a little dive bomb here. And you can see the AI, look, the damage is turned off, but you can see how they just run into you. Normally they move out of the way, but this game, they do not move out of the way. We just check we've got no damage, which we don't. So we're going to run max ERS coming out of here, and then with max fuel as well. So we'll get the ERS ready first. Quite familiar with this track in this game. And run rich just before this. And let's try and do a really good lap now. Try not to talk too much. I did a few sessions in this because you have to actually adapt your driver into running medium traction. You can be a lot more aggressive. Do a little bit of the squivel. Going through here. Stay nice and tight, do the slightest lift just to really get the right line for the car. Don't run to this outside curb. Moving the power. Hit the last part of this apex. Do not hit that curb. Try and do a slingshot of this corner. And this lap was okay. It's never going to be completely perfect in these conditions. I'm testing this in Grand Prix mode because tyre wear does affect it as well. Nice and smooth out here. Coming across the line. 32.3. And there's 8 on the front, 9 on the rear. So we'll try and remember that. I felt that was a fairly okay lap, maybe a tenth or 2 tenths really. Obviously on the perfect lap, maybe half a second or something or so, but that felt pretty reasonable. So now we're going to go over to the actual assists, the medium traction now, and do the same thing again. Try and keep it as equal as possible. See, it's on default setup. But one thing we're going to change is that we're going to go run medium traction. And I want you to pay attention to the start, because the start is quite evident that it's pretty good straight away. So that's definitely a better start, but it wasn't even a good start by me, so it's just a lot more comfortable. So he's probably going to hit me. And my foot was flat to the floor, so if you look at the circle at the bottom, you'll be able to see how aggressive I am on the power. So full throttle now. And that is super aggressive. On a bit of fuel because we did that last time. This lap we're just going to try and I'm not going to use any ERS until the bottom corner again. But one thing I noticed is that it's pretty much impossible to spin the car in medium traction. You cannot spin it. I think this is something we're going to have to test in the wet as well. But in my opinion, assists should not be anywhere near the potential of what no assist can do. So if it can get even within a tenth or 2 tenths of what we did, that's pretty disappointing to me. So it shouldn't be anywhere near it in my opinion. Well, obviously it's the start of the game. No one's going to be at their best yet, so try and keep it the same. And now it's going rich. And notice how early I'm going to be on the throttle, so it's pretty nice. It could probably have been a lot more aggressive on the throttle there. Quite nice. No, balls up. Wasn't good. See, very just. There is literally no issue with spinning out at all, and this is what I'll tyre wear is actually slightly more, which is interesting. This would be interesting what this time is, because it didn't feel like a good lap. So if it's anywhere near, and it's actually quicker than what we did, and that did not feel. I literally think that's probably through the last sector where that was quicker. So let me know what you think of that. I feel my actual first lap was probably better than I did this lap. I went in deep here, made a mistake with the double left, actually went out wide as well, which does cost you time. But I really do feel it's a sector 3 where I just made up so much time on my lap before, so we might even go for another one again, because I don't think that was even that quick, to be honest. definitely felt better. Maybe with a tyre where it might not be. Comes down. Two temps down. I think the tyres in this game, they go off pretty quickly. So that is just my little video of assists versus non-assists. I know it's a very simple one. We'll do a lot more detailed testing when I'm more up to speed on the game. Probably in time trial will be a good test, but that's just my early indications. I feel medium traction is still very, very strong. So let me know what you think of that, and I will catch you next time. Peace.